Hi, this is Miriam Schulman and welcome to my studio. So I got a question on my Facebook page from Christopher. Hey Christopher. About how to protect your images from image theft on the internet. So I just thought if he had that question, then a lot of other people have the same question, and I'm just going to give you a little brief tutorial about what I do to help prevent, or really I should say help deter, image theft. So here we go.
Okay, so here I brought up my portrait of Yo-Yo Ma, which was one of my most popular portraits on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, why aren't you following me on Instagram? I'm at Schulman Art there, and I upload pictures every day, and I love for you to come over and say hi. So if you're there, please let me know. So here's Yo-Yo Ma, and this is the painting I did of him, and I want to add a watermark. So just so you can see, this is a beautiful, high definition, high quality resolution, painting that I have. And the first thing you can do to keep people from just printing out your artwork and using it however they please is to change the resolution. So I'm working with Adobe Photoshop Elements, which is not the most expensive Photoshop they have. This is like a cheaper version. And a lot of things I'm showing you is available in almost all picture editing software. In fact, there may be something easier in other ones, but this is what I'm going to show you today. So I open up image and I resize image size. Okay, so you can see my full image size, 2000 pixels and 3000 pixels and a resolution of 300. And just to give you an idea of what that means, that means at full resolution I can make a gorgeous print that is 10 by 7 inches, which is actually the original size of this painting. And in fact, because the resolution is so high, you can probably make a print, or actually I know you can make a print much bigger than this and still retain the beauty. So what I'd like to do first of all, when I'm putting artwork for sale on the internet or sharing it on the internet, is to change my resolution. So I'm changing it to 200. Okay, and you notice that the pixel size went down. This stayed the same, but now, I'll just show you. Okay, I'm going to press OK. See how that shrunk? Now when I go in here and I try to bring it up, zoom in, you see how it's pixelated a lot more. So anyone who takes this image isn't going to get as good of a quality image as the original one, but it still looks beautiful when it's shown on the internet at a small size, because you're not going to be zooming it in most likely. Okay, now, so that's the first thing, is I decrease the image size, and then I probably would do it even more. So I changed the resolution to 200, and the other thing is the width and the height, because you see how this width and height is still 6 or 7 by 10 inches. So you don't really need it to be bigger than a screen size. So I'll change it to the height of 1000, and now you see that the width and height says 3 by 5 inches. So that means anything printed bigger than that will probably not look so good. And now I press OK, and you see how that shrunk again. And now again, if I zoom in, you can see how it pixelates a lot faster. But it still looks good to you guys on the internet. You can't really tell what I've changed. It's only if I were to print it out. It's not going to look so good. So the next thing I'm going to do is I come over to the text tool, and I want to make sure the color is either white or gray. I click on white, and I come in and I'm going to make a layer. So if you're not using Photoshop, you don't do it in layers, you just add text on top of your image. So to get the copyright symbol, I do Control 0169. There we go. And I get my beautiful copyright symbol, and then I write Schulman Art. Now, if you can just leave it like this. I mean, no one's going to steal it now, but since I try to sell it, I don't like this ugly copyright symbol to detract too much from my painting. So what I do is I come over here, and you see it says opacity, and I make sure that I'm in the layer, and I change the opacity to make it transparent. So now it's less distracting. And you can move this around if you want. Sometimes I'll rotate it. You know, if you want to stick it right in the middle, you can. I try to put it somewhere where it's not going to be too distracting. And that's it. Oh, by the way, when you save it, be sure you do a save as. And when I save as, I make sure that I title it low resolution. And then over here, you can even make it a smaller file. Say I can make it 200, 178, something like that. And that will save a nice low resolution image that will still look good on the computer, but will look lousy if somebody tries to print it out or steal your image. Hope you enjoyed that.